Now, if that wasn't show business enough, how about we mix things up a bit with a little bit of spice?
Ginger spice, to be exact. Out you come, Geri Horner.
Here she comes. Hi, Geri. Hello. How lovely to see you.
Come and have a seat.
And congratulations.
Thank you. It's lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you too, guys.
I haven't seen you since you got married. You looked so beautiful.
Thank
the pictures
you.
were so gorgeous. Was it the
Thank
best day?
You know, first of all, it's lovely to see you both. Do you know, people talk about their wedding day, and until you get there, you don't know what it's going to be like. And it truly was the happiest day of my life.
Oh,
it was so amazing.
And we've got Ashley in Cannes there at the moment. Didn't you go? You went your honeymoon in Cannes, didn't you?
Well, it's really weird saying my husband, but my husband he works on a race team. He runs a team, and it was the Monaco Grand Prix a few days later. So
he's the principal of Red Bull Racing. He is an incredibly important man in Formula One. It's like he's saying,
I think
he
he's
works with
watching.
cars.
He's going to be winning cars. I might say it wrong. But basically, he had the race on at the weekend.
Yeah.
So we had a little mini break up in the mountains, you know, a bit outside of Cannes.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, it's nice. And a mini moon.
Yeah.
And you say that it was the best day of your life. This coming from a girl who you originally said, I don't know if I'm ever going to get married.
Well, the thing is, my mother, who's also watching, she got divorced, so it kind of put me off a bit, if I'm honest. And I hadn't met anyone that, I felt that it was right, really. And it wasn't until when I met Christian, I automatically knew.
Did you know straight away?
Yeah, I did. I actually said it to my friend. I said, I think I've met the man I want to marry.
Where did you meet?
Wow.
Well, we met a few times at races, and...
So you're a bit of a petrol head. You love
yeah, my
F1.
father, he's not alive anymore. He was a second-hand car dealer.
Uh-huh.
I see the connection. Formula One, second-hand car dealer.
And the funny thing was, so, he used to take me to these races when I was a little girl.
Did he really?
And then the first time I got a bit of money from my record deal, the first thing I bought was a 1967 MGB Roadster. It's like an old, gorgeous car. And so I've always been into cars.
And so the circuit, I mean, the season is very long in Formula One, gets longer all the time. So do you go to all of the races?
Not all of them, and there's not dissimilar to the music industry. You're on tour in a way, but it's just with cars. And so I try to, and that can be sort of lonely. I remember my own self, so I try and be supportive and go a little bit. But obviously, we have a daughter, so. She's in school, so I try and...
you need to be back
I'm
here.
spinning plates now, as you are. And as most women are at home, I'm spinning plates and dropping them all.
Well, my girls are older now, so the plates are well spun and back in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Wow. But you're going to be even busier, because there was a picture that you posted on Instagram, and you said it's good to be back in the studio, and this is your new album that you're recording. This is because the last one. When was the last one?
It was just before I had Bluebell.
So it was a long time ago.
Yeah, and so I've always loved writing the music and being an artist, but I wanted to be a mum first and foremost, and it's more important, I think. And but then I thought, maybe write songs that we can all relate to. I love that creative process, and it's just taken me ages to go through that transition from being, like the kind of pop star that wears hot pants, to sort of grow up a little bit and find that kind of material that really reflects who I am, that hopefully speak to you. So I've been working on it for ages.
So will it be a sound we're not expecting then? Is it quite different for you?
Well, it's not rap. It's not. I haven't got all heavy metal. Do you know? I haven't tried to be cool. Sometimes you get pop stars that age and they suddenly try and I'm down with it. I'm not. I'm the biggest nerd going. I just like great songs that will speak to. I'm a lyric person that will speak to your heart.
I think Cindy. We got talking to Cyndi Lauper in a bit.
She's amazing, isn't she?
She wants to do a country album apparently.
Do you know what? I love country music. There is a little. I do love working with a guitar, and the country melody are the best. Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
I Will Always Love You is a country song.
Yeah.
It's
and good
fantastic.
Well.
Amazing.
Is it true? I don't know whether this is true, that when you left the Spice Girls and that big chapter of your life behind, one of the reasons was because you couldn't get as involved with breast cancer awareness as you would have liked.
It's kind of a trigger point. It's like any marriage. There's no one defining moment. That's a bigger conversation. However, it was one of the things. I read this book called Before I Say Goodbye by Ruth Picardy. She was a mother who was dying of breast cancer. And it's an amazing book. It's only a little book. And it really sort of had a profound effect on me because you think all the women at home, all the wives, mothers, taking care of everybody else. Most women do that, OK? And suddenly she's dying and I was like, wow, you know, we should take care of, you know, our own mothers, our own sisters, our own daughters. And I decided I wanted to help in some way, so I tried to raise money for them, and I became patron for breast cancer care at 17 years. Which is an amazing organisation.
And they at the moment they are currently running this new campaign. This is the New Days campaign.
Yes,
isn't it?
yeah. So, for example, you know, whatever you're going through, you talk about a lot of things on this programme, where you know, medical things, whatever it is. It helps when somebody else goes, "Yeah, I feel that too."
Yeah, of course.
Or I've got some experience. And so, when you go to the doctor from day one, whether it's I'm scared, or I found out, you know, I've got a lump, or I'm going through chemotherapy, or I've lost my hair, or whatever it is, these people are trained, qualified nurses, or there's women that have been through it. It's amazing. So it will really support you through it. So it's kind of, you know, just reminding everybody breast cancer care exists and is there for you.
I was really surprised to hear that newly diagnosed breast cancer cases have risen by a fifth in the last 10 years.
1 in 8.
But the number of nurses helping and treating hasn't risen at all. So that's even more why it's so important you've got breast cancer care out there, because they're actually taking a lot of the support and help, and they're there constantly offering that, aren't they? They're available.
Yeah, that is amazing. I mean, I think our national health system, I know we all, you know, can have an opinion on it, but we have one, and it does the best it can. But if we think about it, there's let's say every 8 people, every 8 women, one of them will get breast cancer. That's quite a lot.
It is, yeah.
And it's men too, but you think, OK, what can we do about it? And so there is this, you know, there is this organisation that, you know, that is there for you, that will care for you.
We'll put all the details on the website of the campaign. And I'm sure they'll love the fact you're so eloquent on the subject, which you always are. Yeah. I wonder whether you'll be quite so eloquent on this, because in 2016, the 20th anniversary of the debut of Wannabe, we would assume that 2016, 20th anniversary, maybe you guys might do something to celebrate that?
I knew you were going to ask me this.
Come on.
Well, there are tweets. There are tweets.
Okay.
Mel C tweeted, woke up this morning wondering whether I need to start practising my backflips. Emma Bunton tweeted, do I need to put my pigtails in?
The answer is always yes.
So I put it to you, Geri Horner.
I think it's really flattering that people are so still supportive of the Spice Girls individually and collectively. That's beautiful. It's so nice, and it almost feels, you know, like it belongs to everyone. It's a generation.
Oh, you've got to do it.
So I think it's, you know, it's one of those things that's being discussed. Until something is concrete, I wouldn't go, you know...
Would you like it? Would you be something you'd like to
I think it's nice to celebrate it in some way.
Yeah, it would be shame to let that pass.
Yeah.
So it's not concrete, but it's at the moment a bit of soft cement.
I think I can say that there's been talks.
That's it.
There you go.
That's all we wanted.
There's talks.
That's
lovely.
So exciting.
Good.
I think that's fair and honest.
We'd love that. That's fair and honest.
Good.
And we like that.
We like that.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you.
It's lovely to see you. Do you know, I was really watching your show this morning thinking, it's great. It's great. And you know, it was, oh my God. You know, the topics you have to cover.
Oh,
wow.
Me,
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Right.